Let's welcome to the program the track champion at East Alabama Motor Speedway out of Seal, Alabama. I think that's how you say it, Mr. Joey Thomas. Joey.
East Alabama Motor Speedway. That was a topic of discussion the last few weeks.
Yeah, Joey, you with us?
Yeah. How y'all doing?
So has the dust settled at East Alabama Motor Speedway since the National 100?
Yeah, it's settled, but it's still all over the cars and everything. We just ain't had the rain to wash it off yet.
Oh, I got you. So you obviously, if you're out of East Alabama and the last name of Thomas, you race under the Thomas name and the Scorpion banner. Talk to us about your season, and talk to us. Make sure you mention what you thought you had in the beginning of the season, because I don't think you thought you were going to win the championship at the track anyway.
Yeah, man. We went into this season, and we went in as a mindset just to get some seat time, and not necessarily go out there and race every race, or certainly not to race for a championship. It just sort of fell in our lap. We went out there the first couple of races just hoping to do good, and we happened to get a couple good finishes. So that put us ahead right there in the points, getting some good finishes at the start of the season. And, as the season progressed, we were there every week. And, if we didn't win, we were at least in the top 5. And that just, it showed, big for the points, man. And so it sort of just fell into a thing where we had to stick with it because we were in the lead in the points. So we didn't really necessarily want to give it up. So we just kept racing, the best we could, man, and it wound up being a good season for us,
Now, being that you drive, family equipment and whatnot, was it the people, were people telling you you're going to keep racing, try to chase these points, or was it you saying it? Who was guiding the ship, so to speak, for the team?
Well, I guess it really wasn't really one person saying it. It was more like a mutual thing, Once we found out we were, had a good standing in the points, we just sort of fell in the rhythm with each other and wanted to keep at it, But, I mean, of course, my dad and my Uncle Ben, Bobby and Ben Thomas, they stood behind me the whole way. They wanted to see me do good. And there was some weeks that, we were pressed and might not could have made it, man, but they stuck in there and really put a helping hand in to get us out on the track. And, I guess you could say if it wasn't for them guys, we probably wouldn't have done what we did.
So you got all this around you in the Thomas family, Ben, William, and all these guys. I mean, how much information were you getting from those guys, and how much help have they been for your development in the Ben Thomas race car, Scorpion race car?
Right. I mean, I got to say, man, like I said, if it wasn't for them guys, man, they ain't no way I'd be where I'm at today. Between, like you say, Ben and William and my dad, man, anything I got to ask or even if I don't, sometimes I hadn't even got to ask, they see me screwing up or see where I need some help, man, and they're right there to motivate me and point me in the right direction. And, when you got guys like that telling you and teaching you, man, it's, if you listen and work hard at it, you're going to turn out to be decent at least,
Well, besides winning the track championship, looking back, I know you had to go up against some pretty good drivers there at East Alabama. What's one of the best races of the season? I mean, I know you had to race against Larry Harrod at least once or twice. Yeah,
Larry was out there a few times, man, and he's always competitive just about everywhere he goes. And Chase Edge, he was out there numerous times throughout the year, and, I mean, he was pretty good competition himself. He actually outran me a few times. And, I mean, I know y'all all familiar with, like, Terrence Noel and Montana Dudley. And I'd have to say, racing all season, with the competition, man, it's made me a better race car driver, definitely, man. I hated coming to the track and maybe just say it was an off night and there wasn't many cars there. Because, I'd rather just go out there with a good field of cars that's good. That way, you make yourself better, of course. But the competition was good this year, no doubt.
Now, what are you guys going to chase another track championship next year, or is your plans to do a little traveling? I mean, the Neesmith Series has got several events in the area around you. Are you going to try to make some touring shows? What's going on next year for you guys?
Well, to be honest, Webb, you know, if it was me, I'd try to race every race I could and get all the seat time and do as best I could. But it's just hard to say what the future holds from here because, you know, it's sort of in the gray area right now. We haven't really discussed anything about next year. You know, at this point, I just hope to be in the race car myself. You know, I can't promise anything or really say what I'm going to be doing.
Well, all right. Well, before we let you get out of here, I want you to thank all your sponsors on the race car and also thank some of the crew members that helped you win that track championship there at East Alabama.
All right. Well, first and foremost, it was, you know, being Thomas at Scorpion Race Cars. He made it all happen for me, and Bobby Thomas Racing Engines. You know, we had to have a motor too. He was good with it, and speed stuff, graphics and apparel. You know, that's being Thomas own, and man, the cruise, man, it's a mile long. You know, I had a lot of help from Melvin Welch. That's actually Larry Harrod's crew chief, and you know, he was there to help me. Larry Harrod himself, he was a lot of help to me this year, and Jimmy Thomas, you know, my little cousin, he's upcoming, man. He did real good this season himself, but he was a lot of help to me. I got my brother Bobby Thomas Jr. and the list goes on, man. And I want to shout out to Eric Gano. He took fixtures for us all year this year, man. And I just got to hand it to him. That guy, he knew what he was doing, man. And I mean, like I said, the list goes on. And if I didn't mention anybody, we're thinking about you anyway.
And real quick, you were pretty close. I mean, you were there all weekend there a few weeks back, and I hate to bring this up, but what was your thoughts, or maybe what was the family's thoughts, so to speak, on that tire sniffer situation that took place? And keep it short. We don't want to get too.
Yeah. I hate to get that woke back up, but I mean, the best way I know to put it, man, is everything that happened at the track. I want to say, I know from my perspective. And just say, you know, my guys' perspective stood behind what they did 100%. You know, I mean, I'm glad that they did it. I'm glad the guys that were obviously cheating got caught. And if it was me, anywhere I went and raced, I'd rather be racing and checking tires with a sniffer. I mean, you know, in a nutshell, I'm all for the sniffer and you know, trying to get the prep out. No more tire use.
You're one of the few. You must not be one of the guys cheating.
Exactly, man. I mean, it's hard to go and race against that stuff, man.
Oh, or Webb, he's got something that the sniffer ain't detecting.
Nah, Joey. I talked to Joey about. Well, I talked to you about 4 or 5 times with the Neesmith Weekly Series hotline, and you were just like I said early in the interview, you weren't too sure about the season, but when you got your first win, I called. You were just like, man, I've already hit my goal. I don't know what next. I'm just gonna keep racing, see what happens. And here you are with.
Exactly.
So I don't think Joey's got time to screw with that stuff. To be honest with you, Brian.
No, about the only thing I really got that the sniffer ain't gonna detect the rubber. You know, it's just what Hoosier makes.
Well, that's good. Well,
see, that's an inside story right there, Webb. He's got what Hoosier makes.
Exactly.
And we all know what's behind that. You got some of them Tim McCready tires.
No, all I got
some of them tires that's 3 inches wider than everybody else's.
Jeez.
If it ain't a Crate 21, I guess I ain't got it.
Well, Joey, congratulations on that 2012 track championship. I'm sure if that wasn't your goal, then that means you exceeded your goal. So good luck with whatever happens in the future, and looking forward to running into you at several racetracks here in the South.
Yes, sir, Webb. I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, that's Joey Thomas, the 2012 track champion at East Alabama Motor Speedway.